Today we're doing an easy, relaxing yoga class. So grab your mat, roll it out, and we'll get started here in just a sec. Well, welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off on our bellies today, so we'll go into a belly Savasana. So make your way down onto your mat. No need for props today. We're going to take both hands and arms to our sides, palms up, and place your right cheek on the mat. If you feel comfortable doing so, close your eyes. No need to change your breath. Just an easy inhale and exhale. And just let your shoulders fall down toward the mat. Again, let your feet just fall out to the side. We're just relaxing into our mats. Our breath isn't labored. And on our next exhale, we'll switch cheeks. So we're just going to move our left cheek onto the mat. So switch sides. And then again, just relax. Let those shoulders fall again down toward the mat. And just be here for a few more breaths. Now on our next inhale, we're going to bring our forehead flat to the mat. Bring our hands and arms forward and then press up onto our forearms. Stack our shoulders over our elbows. We move into Sphinx pose. Now we want our palms flat, forearms flat to the mat. Press down, lift our head up out of our shoulders so our neck is long and our gaze is just out toward our fingertips. No need to take your head up and out, just relax. Again, we're pressing down, lifting up, lengthening our neck, but again, we're just looking out toward our fingertips. And we'll hold this for a few more breaths. Do one more check-in. Make sure we're again pressing down, lifting up. Maybe roll the shoulder blades back toward each other just a little bit. And on our next exhale, we're going to release back down to the mat. And this time you can bring your hands and arms to your sides or cross one hand over the other like I am. I'm just going to place my chin on top of the top of my left hand and just relax. Maybe wiggle your hips just a little bit side to side. And then on our next inhale, we'll press our way back into child's pose. So take the knees nice and wide. And sink the hips back over the heels. And then walk our hands out nice and far. You can take your pinkies to the edge of the mat or not. Keep the elbows lifted and then gently drop your forehead down to the mat. We're reaching through our fingertips, maybe walk them out just a little bit more. Now, on our next exhale, we're gently going to start lowering our right elbow down toward the mat and lift the left shoulder up toward the skies. We're stretching through the right armpit, but we're also stretching our right shoulder. So again, we're bringing the weight down to the right and lifting up on the left. And our head tilts a little bit to the right. Our eyes move to the left knee. And then exhale, we'll switch sides. So gently start lifting the right elbow up and then bring that left elbow down and the left shoulder down. The right shoulder goes up. Continue pulling down that left elbow toward the mat. And then exhale, go back to the right one more time on each side. And then exhale back to the left, nice and slow. We're never in a rush. And then inhale back to center. Now take our pinkies out toward the edge of the mat. Walk our hands out just a little bit more. And then on our next inhale, we're going to go into a modified seal pose. So another lower back stretch, but a very gentle hip opener. So we're going to come through table and then drop your hips down toward the mat. Relax your elbows, and we're just looking down toward the top of the mat. Now start rolling the shoulder blades back toward each other. So open up your chest a little. Keep those elbows nice and soft, so we don't want to lock out our elbows. Relax. And then exhale, we'll go back to child's pose. Nice and slow. Take your time. One breath here. And then inhale, we'll come back up through table. Drop those hips down toward the mat. Relax your elbows. Roll the shoulder blades back toward each other, so open up our chest. Now, if you want to go a little bit further, look out in front of you. A little deeper stretch. We're going to do 3 sets of these. And then on our next exhale, we'll gently press the hips back to child's pose. One breath here. Inhale, come through table, drop the hips down. Again, we're working through to go in just a little bit deeper each time. Little bend in the elbows, roll the shoulder blades back toward each other, take our gaze out in front of us. Now, if you want to go a little bit further, start looking up toward the sky, and then bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together. Bend the elbows a little bit more. And then exhale back to child's pose. Now this time we'll move to cocoon or egg pose. So bring our hands down to our sides, fingertips to toes, forehead to the mat, and just relax. Nice shoulder and back stretches today. And then take our hands and arms back out in front of us. We're going to inhale, come up into table, stack our hips over our knees, and then our shoulders over our wrists. Let's do a few cat-cows. So on an inhale, we'll bring our hips up, go into cow. Our gaze goes up toward the sky. Exhale, we push away from the mat, round the spine. belly button to spine, hug in. Inhale, we go up. And exhale, we push away. Let's do 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale, push away. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, push away. Push all that air out of your lungs. And back to neutral. All right, let's sit back on our heels. Do a little quad and hip flexor stretch here. So you can stay just like this, or you can take your knees out and then take your feet out and sit between your heels, okay, hero pose. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stay on my heels, so my knees are about hips distance apart. And I'm gonna bring my hands back behind me and walk them back just a little bit. Now, as we start to go back, our knees are gonna come up just a little bit. So to get that really nice stretch, lift the hips up and the knees will come down, and you're gonna feel that stretch all the way across the top of your leg, okay? So inhale, press down with your hands and the tops of your feet, and lift up. Now, you can drop your head back if you want to, if that feels good in your body. I'm gonna keep my eyes forward, so my gaze forward, but I'm gonna continue pressing down and lifting my hips up so I can get that nice stretch on the top of my legs. And we'll go 2 more breaths here. Try and press down. Lift up just a little bit more. And then exhale, gently start bringing your hips back down. Walk your hands forward. And then we're going to swing our legs around and go into butterfly. Now our butterfly today, we're going to take our feet much further down toward the end of the mat. So we're going to take them much further, so our feet will butterfly open, okay? So we're almost, our legs aren't completely straight, but they're pretty close to being straight, all right? What I'm trying to do here is I want to work more of the spine, because we're going to lengthen the spine and work lower back. It's less of a hip opener, all right? So inhale up. Exhale, lengthen, so reach out as far as you can. And then exhale, release down and let your body just completely fall forward. Chin to chest, let your head fall. And your entire upper body is just dead weight. It's just falling toward the mat. If you can, maybe walk your hands out a little bit further. And continue falling forward. And we'll hold it 2 more breaths. And on our inhale, use your hands. We're going to walk our hands back. Gently come up, and then we're going to come down onto our backs. So take your feet and legs out in front of you. So make your way really into Savasana. This won't be our final pose. We have a few more to do before we come back here to end our practice. But for now, let the feet fall out to the sides. Our hands and arms can be anywhere. And then on an inhale, we're going to draw this right knee into our chest. So interlace your fingers below the right knee or behind the right knee. Hug it in. Just going to hold it here for 2 more breaths. And then on our exhale, release the right leg, take it down to meet the left, and then draw the left knee and leg into your chest. Again, fingers interlace below the left knee or behind the left knee. We'll hold it here for about 5 breaths on each side. And on our next exhale, we'll release the left knee and leg, take it down to meet the right. And then draw both knees into our chest, give them a hug. And then release the knees and legs away from the chest. We're gonna stack the knees over the hips, keep those legs elevated so our legs look like an L. Take your hands and arms out to a T. And then on our exhale, supine twist to the left. So let your legs fall to the left, right leg on left. As we roll up onto our left hip. Now you can stay here or bring your left hand to the top of the right leg, gently pull down on that right leg for a little deeper twist. Keep both shoulders grounded. If that right shoulder comes up just a little bit, that's okay, but if you start to feel like there's air under it, bring this right leg a little bit back towards center. Hold it here and breathe. And then on our next inhale, we're going to bring our knees and legs back to center, restack the knees over the hips, hands and arms back to a T. And on our exhale, supine twist to the right. So left leg on top of right, and then right hand on top of your left leg for a little deeper twist. Eyes toward the sky or over the left shoulder. It's really what feels best in your body. I prefer to gaze up toward the sky. I feel like I get a little deeper twist. But again, listen to your body. Do what feels right for you. And then inhale the knees back to center. Give them one more hug. And then on our exhale, we make our way into Savasana. So relaxation pose. Take the feet and legs down to the end of the mat. Let the feet fall out to the side. Hands and arms anywhere. I'm going to place my hands on my rib cage right here on my chest. But you can have your hands to your sides or cactus arms. Really, again, just whatever feels best to you. It will be here for about a minute or so. So just settle into your mat. Do your body scans, head to toe, toe to head. Release any extra tension that you just don't need or don't serve you right now. Most important, breathe. Now slowly make your way back to your mat, wiggle your fingers, your toes, and then stretch those hands and arms above your head. Stretch your feet, toes, and legs down below. Draw the knees to the chest one last time. And then we'll rock up to a seated position and close our practice out together. Inhale, reach up, stretch to the sky. Exhale your hands down to heart center. The breath enlighten me honors the breath enlighten you. From my heart to yours, namaste. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you really enjoyed that. If you did, give us a like on the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified every time that new content does come out. If there was a pose or anything that you really enjoyed specifically in the class today, if you would, just give us a little note in the comment section below. We look forward for any feedback you can always give. So for that, have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.